All right. Well, I got a package in the mail today and I am super excited to open it. Let's see what it is. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. So the other day we spoke to Darla DeMauro and she talked to us about organizing your home office. But actually the coolest thing I found in it, because I'm sort of a minimalist anyway, was the fact that she actually talks about even organizing your digital life. You mentioned earlier, right? You don't just organize the physical, you organize digital, right? Because I always joke around that I'm a digital hoarder. You
Yeah,
know,
we all are.
because it,
I'll let
because
you
it,
off the hook on that one because we all are.
right. So, I mean, so now how do you go about organizing someone's digital life, because I know myself, like I'll organize things, but then I'll dump everything on my desktop and then once in a while I'll just start filing everything back out to the right folder, right? How do you go about creating the chaos, taking that chaos and creating sort of like that same sort of vibe where it feels peaceful and things like that from a digital perspective?
So that you walked right into having me talk about systems. And so organizing is not about cleaning up, okay? And it's not about literally cleaning. I always say cleaning is wiping the dirt off of surfaces. Organizing is about putting things where you can find them again. And the best way to do that, so you don't feel like you're always organizing, especially if you don't like to organize, is to create systems. So systems consist of four parts, and I talk about this in the book, of course. But systems have four parts, and they are place, supplies, process, and time. Okay, those four things. So what we'll find with disorganized people is they'll say, "Oh yeah, I have a place for this. I just never get around to putting it there." And a lot of people don't give themselves time to organize. So like you said, you might on a daily basis just dump files onto your desktop.
Mhm.
Okay, totally fine. But at some point, you're going to need some of those files again,
Mhm.
or you don't, and so they should go in the trash at some
On the
point.
trash.
That's the kind of thing you could be cleaning up in 2 minutes at a time when you're on hold with your bank or something like that. It doesn't have to be a huge project. And in fact, I recommend in the Sort and Succeed system that I've developed and I teach people, it's only 5 simple steps to get organized. But you don't do whole day organizing sessions. You get organized 15 minutes at a time. And if you can spend 15 minutes at a time, and again, this is like, hey, when you're waiting for the pizza to be delivered, you can clean out your junk drawer. When you're on hold with your, cable company, you can be cleaning off your digital desktop. Now, those are things that you can do manually and one at a time. Actually, what we've been doing during the pandemic, we've been doing more remote organizing than usual.
Mhm.
And we will actually remote into clients' computers and we will organize their digital files and their photographs. That's what we love to do. And we have we have software that we can actually bulk move around digital files, and we can bulk organize your photos. So we're not doing it one at a time, which is usually what people think about, and that's just crazy. Most of us have too many digital files, too much data to be doing it onesie-twosie.
That is a problem. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Time is really, I never really thought of that, 15 minutes at a time, because, sometimes I think maybe people look at it like one behemoth task. And, I look at my computer and the only time I delete stuff is when I'm really feeling like, when I look at it, it's, but then I'm like, well, what if I need that one day, what if that PowerPoint, and Brian, you delete all your stuff, but
Well,
I always save everything. And what if I need that PowerPoint because I need to remember what I said 3 years ago?
Hey, I started my business 15 years ago, and I have files from the very first year that I was in business because I iterate on them. And so that's not a problem. You just have to make sure that you have a system, you have a computer system,
storage.
you have storage for that. And people get annoyed because, they don't delete anything, and then they run out of storage and they think their computer's broken. No, it's just, you need a bigger computer. That's totally fine. It's absolutely fine. But the other key to digital organizing is to make sure that your files are named something so that you can find them again. So if you run a business, again, like we all do, then figure out how you're going to name things. So you said PowerPoints. I speak in public a lot. So I have a section of my files that's named HWO, which is short for Heart Work Organizing, and then dash seminar.
Mhm.
So I know what it is. And then dash the name of the seminar, dash the client. And then I don't really have to put in the date because the computer does that for you when the file is created. But sometimes I do. I put in the year. So if you file things with meaningful file names, then it makes a whole lot more sense. And all my seminars are together in the file manager because I put them there.